Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Parker again, back with another action figure review. Today I've gotten my hands on some of these new Marvel Epic Hero Series X-Men 97 figures. But before we take a look at the figures, let's of course take a look at their packaging. So, pretty much all of their packaging is exactly the same. It has, really the only difference is up here, or up there with the character with the thing, and the back and then the side. But pretty much else, each have this side. They all have the X-Men 97 thing. I just did notice something. So it turns out that each figure card actually has the figure, or actually has the character that the figure is in the middle. So say for Rogue, she's in the middle, and then for Wolverine, he's in the middle of the group, and then for Cyclops, he's in the middle. So pretty generic packaging, but I think it looks cool. It's very simplistic. And the first figure we're going to look at is Rogue, because she's one Marvel figure that I've actually never had before. I always wanted the one from that Uncanny X-Men 4-pack, but I didn't. $60 for a Rogue is a little expensive. But honestly, I'm glad I waited, because this Rogue kind of blows that one out of the water. So starting on head sculpt, the head, pretty good. I got mine off of Amazon day one. Just took a while to ship. So, also I saw a review how her head can actually really has a really good rotation even with her, hair. The design obviously accurate to the 90s. Articulation, ball joint at the head. Whatchamacallit, shoulder and elbow hinges. Like a strange type of hinge here. Oh, it's ballpoint. How strange. I thought it was a hinge. Anyway, so yeah. Ballpoint thighs with hinged knees. So you get her in some pretty good poses. Her accessory is one that a lot of people have been guessing what it is. It's this little green thing right here. Now, me and my dad were talking, and we really only deduced it down to two things. It's either her absorbing someone's powers, which that's what everyone assumes, or it's a supersonic punch. I mean, it looks good. Just looks kind of strange for such a, for this character. I think it would have been cool if she got, let's say, Cyclops I-beams and Storm stuff. Like, everyone's abilities just, to kind of drive home the point that she can mimic abilities. That would have been interesting. But this is pretty good. And now let's go on to my favorite X-Men and Marvel character, Cyclops. I was very happy to get a new Cyclops figure, and especially since it's a Jim Lee one. Oh, he was always one of my favorite designs, especially because I watched the old cartoon. But honestly, the sculpting on this is like perfection. I will say the head sculpt is better than the Marvel Legends one, and I only say that because the visor on the Marvel Legends one was kind of weird, and it would melt really weirdly, and it was all shifted, but this one is very nice. Then we go down to the body. He obviously has the little thing with the X, the communicator. Maybe that's another communicator. It goes around him. He has a yellow belt. I did notice he didn't have the yellow shorts, which is like underpants, which I thought was strange, but honestly I didn't really even notice it when I first got it. He has these little yellow straps, and then his yellow boots. For articulation, it's the exact same as Rogue. Ball joint at the head, hinges at the shoulder and elbow, ball joint at the legs, or ball joint at the hips, and hinge at the knee. And his accessory, as I showed with Rogue, is this little optic blast piece, which me and my dad were also talking about. And actually, hold on, let me get the figure real quick that we compared it to. Yeah, so anyways, we were comparing it with this one because he also has an optic blast piece. Before we do that, so this one has a little ring like the Superman from the Spin Master line, and it's very soft, like rubbery plastic. So you could kind of just slip it on the head, and oh, oops, you did overshot it. But yeah, pretty much that's. Looks like he's should. Another thing I hate about, I do dislike, not hate, is that a lot of them can never like reach his actual visor. I guess it's fine because he doesn't have to press the visor to shoot the lasers out of his eyes. I think this is really the only like reasonable accessory. And my dad said he liked the X-Men Origins one more, which instead has a peg that just pegs in like so, and now you got it directly out of his eyes. So he said he liked this one better, but I said it's a good figure. I'll say I've had it for a while, but I like this one better because this accessory doesn't hinder like the actual visor. Like you could tell that there's like a gap in the visor, but with this one, it's just Cyclops regular visor. That's just a little debate me and my dad had. So we gotta get that out of here. And then on to everyone's favorite X-Men Avenger, most probably Marvel character at this point. We got Wolverine. Now, Wolverine definitely was the most popular one because he was the one to sell out the quickest. And I can see why, because this figure is absolutely amazing, I'll say. So first off, let's just start with the sculpt. The only downside about the sculpt is he doesn't really have a neck. Like his head's very stubby, and that does kind of hinder the movement a little. But pretty much everything else is picture perfect. Like he has the blue shoulder pads, he has the blue gloves with the little whatever those are to indicate that his claws are there. Red belt with the rectangle X on it. Blue underpants. Yellow pants, and then his blue and black boots. The paint on mine is actually very. I've seen some not so good ones, especially from the first leaked ones that got to the store too early. Like that, the paint on that Wolverine was pretty bad, but thank God I got mine pretty good. All like the other ones, articulation the same. Ball joint has hinge at the shoulder and elbow. Ball joint at the hip and hinge knee, which you could definitely get him in some dynamic poses, especially for Wolverine. He does quite a bit of stuff. And for his accessory, he has this little thing that clipped onto his hand. You can see this claw slot there, and it's like a slice. Just give me a second to get it on. Okay, so here he is with the accessory clipped onto his hand, and you can see it's actually very nice. I think honestly for an accessory, I was just hoping they didn't give him a samurai sword, because it gets, like, that's always the cheap accessory they give him, a samurai sword. I'm like, yeah, oh, okay, but it gets tiring after a while. So it's nice to see a change of pace with this more geared towards kids line, which means they give some cool accessories. And I also saw another review that said that the claw slots are actually super useful because they separate the claws, so if like yours came a little warped like these ones, mine were pretty much perfect at the package, but if you want them to be better, you could just slot his arm into this, like let it put it there for the whole night, and then you pop it out, and then look at that, it's like perfect claws. No, but overall, I am very happy with this set of 3, and I'm hoping to get the Storm with the X-Jet and the Gambit with the 5-pack. But overall, amazing figures, and I'm glad I now can say that I own these. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.